As the 70s roll in, stability around the world has never been as shaky. Interplanetary alliances join together to seek ideological supremacy across both planets. Cultural shifts are uprooting norms that have been in place for centuries. Technological shifts have been changing how the world itself functions. As these shifts occur, life continues in the Seedbearer region, where a seemingly random group of people have come together to try and make sense of the nonsensical. This is Hazeltown Story. Hello, Lolo here. If you are listening or hearing this particular warning, unfortunately, Discord was having issues while we were recording this session, which unfortunately meant that Deathmaster 780's audio came out incredibly garbled. Unfortunately, there really isn't any way I can repair that, so I got to work with what I got. So, unfortunately, DM's audio is going to be kind of garbled. So, just giving you a warning. I'm aware. Hopefully Discord doesn't break in the future, but it's probably going to. Whatever. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, I'm Bobinator. I am playing Ferris Diatero. He is a TV host by trade of popular nature show, Whole Wild World, and he would be a he/him. I'm done.
Hi, I'm Carnival. I'll be playing Virtue's Eternal Reward, she/her, an ancient sword who, now freely unemployed, is here to have fun.
I am, of course, Deathmaster 780. I will be playing Bobby, a businessman who definitely doesn't do shitty things. And Nellis Masters, a college student with an obsession with death.
And I'm TorpidTypist, and I'll be playing Aravia, who is she/her, and she's a cow what hit thing.
You all are now in the... So you just finished your downtime for the night phase. Well, it is now nighttime. You have now acquired a sword in the name of Virtue's Eternal Reward.
He's a fucking nerd.
And you now really there is now one relic that you would need to find, which, from what your knowledge, from what you know, is likely at. You can check to see if there is a wrestling event happening in the city, or you can, go bring Virtue to Lind if you want. The choice is yours, and you can decide as a group.
I'd say probably better bring her over there so she doesn't get stolen or something.
I mean, Virtue is going to be coming along, so, if you're going to try and steal Virtue, it's going to be a bit of a fight.
I don't know if it'd be stealing or kidnapping in her case, but...
She can fight. She can defend herself. She's a big girl.
Exactly, as you've said.
We were going to bring her to Linda the next tomorrow, since it's nighttime and Lynn's probably not awake.
Yeah, that's what I figured we were doing, though.
Yeah.
No, it would be hilarious to break down the door in the dead of night and be like, "Hey, bitch."
I mean, she'd still probably be up. I'd imagine it's not midnight. It's 6.
I still think it'd be funny, but...
if it was I thought it was late. If it's 6, no, we should just go over there now at this point.
See it while we're thinking of it.
Is that cool with everyone then?
Sure.
Works for me.
Yeah.
Okay. So who all is going on this, just so I know? Obviously, it's Ferris and Aravia, obviously. But I take it, Virtue. Is any of your characters going to bring Virtue, or are you just going with the others?
I'm just going with the others.
Okay. And is it going to be Bobby or Nellos? I'd imagine it'd be Bobby.
Oh, unless someone calls Bobby, it's going to be Nellos. Remember, he's not there. He hasn't been around for any of this.
This is true.
So, up to y'all. Call Bobby.
Yeah, do you want to call Bobby and bring them? Because he was part of that knows Lind, and Nellos doesn't really know her. Which, granted, they can just get to know her, but
I had no real reason to call Bobby.
Up to you guys on that. I have no opinion either way.
She doesn't know Bobby. Although, actually, she might have seen his commercials since on TV, but still wouldn't know him.
Okay. Well, it could be just Nels going. That's perfectly fine. So is that the group?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, I imagine you all get to Lynn's place in Oakbrook, the Singway house. It is now probably 6 or 7-ish. You notice that inside, like, there's a lot of lights on, so there is like activity within the house. It's not just in the morning where it's likely just her, which is something I just now realized. But thankfully, I prepared for that. So yeah, you come across a house. What do you do?
I guess the most obvious thing would be just go up to a knock.
Ring a doorbell, whatever is there.
Okay. I think you all walk up to the front of the house. You probably ring a doorbell, and after a while, you hear as you stand in front of the door. You hear that there's definitely movement within the house. That there is activity going on in likely one of the living rooms. Like people are probably in one of the kitchens as well, or in the kitchen as well. As you ring the doorbell, you hear movement, and after a while, you hear you see the door open, and standing in front of you in a rather I'll describe it like she's wearing just a dress, like nothing like super fancy, but it is a casual dress. And you see a cow lady opening the door. She has long, curly red hair, kind of orangish hair, kind of tan, like cow print skin. And she just opens the door, kind of like, oh, hello, may I ask, who are you all?
I completely forgot the name of the person we're here for.
Lind.
Yeah, we're here to see Lind on a job for her.
Lind. Oh, yeah, sure. One moment. You hear, you see the cow lady just kind of go inside. It's like, she like looks over to the room on the side. Is like, Lind, someone's here to see you. And the cow lady goes, oh, she'll be right. She'll be right here.
Okay.
And then you see her wait for Lind, and then Lind comes in. Or Lind just kind of goes to the door. It's like, oh, hello. Have you,
we got a new friend for you to meet.
Hello.
So Virtue, what form are you right now?
Probably the standard, like, talking to people, corporeal form
Yeah,
one.
I feel like Virtue at this point will just refuse to go back to sword form.
Yeah, it's like not unless absolutely necessary, or in a fight, probably just is corporeal.
Okay. She just looks at it as like, oh, like, how does your corporeal form, like, I understand that, like, you look like the dragon type human. Are you, like, translucent? Because I'm just trying to think.
You tell me. And Virtue puts a hand up in front of Lynn's eyes.
Let's just say that it's not, like, super, like, you're not like the standard, like, you see straight through. It is just but if you looked closely, you could probably tell, unless you were like wearing specific clothing over yourself.
Nah, because the clothing she has was just stuff she manifested. So
Also that would look slightly different, but so okay, so you could tell that you're a ghost, or that you are a like a spirit of some sort. So Lynn takes a look at you and goes, Okay. Well, may I ask what your name is?
Virtue's eternal reward.
I see. Um,
I'd like to ask Virtue a question, actually.
Sure.
Did she pick that name herself, or was she named by somebody?
It was the inscription on the blade.
I see. Okay.
So I just line of sighted.
okay. Well, Linda's just kind of like taking taking a look, like she's kind of like taking a look at you, like not she's not like ogling or anything, but she's just kind of giving you the once over, and just goes, I see. Well, there's no reason for you to stand outside. Please come in.
Sure.
I'm just trying to think. As you're like in the lobby, or like not the lobby, like the foyer, you can tell, like as you walk in, you can see in the to your left, there's in like a kitchen area, you can see that there are three people who are um like eating at the moment, and to your right you can see a living room where there's like four other people
And
that
that's
are
a lot of
also
people.
Lind looks to, or kind of goes to you. Well, why don't we just quickly go into my office upstairs? Everyone, don't need to quite make a scene quite yet.
Yet.
So let's get you up in a kind of, give you a once over real quick.
Yet.
All right. Sure.
So you can see like people occasionally like will take a look over their shoulders, like just kind of see what's going on. But no one's like staring or anything. They're just all having their conversations. And you go up to her study, and she or like God, I'm trying to think. You all go up there, and Lynn just kind of closes the door behind you all, and she says, "Well, I'll be damned. You, in fact, looks like you have found a relic."
Very easy, actually. You clearly weren't trying hard enough.
I would say he's going to say that it would have been easier without the property damage, but
There was no property damage. I did nothing wrong.
Um,
Sword fell off the fucking wall.
Where's ADM?
Nellis continues to say nothing.
Lynn just kind of goes, "Well, where did you find Virtue by chance?"
a Chinese restaurant, I will tell her.
Yeah, what was
Huh.
it called?
It was called, I think it was the Open
The
Court.
court god. It
was
was
the
called the
court
court god.
Yeah, that place.
And she goes, hmm.
Yeah, there was a talisman on our good buddy Virtue here, keeping her sealed. It hurt like a motherfucker.
Huh. Do you have the talisman by any chance?
No, we burned it.
Destroyed it.
Oh, okay.
It's like Virtue doesn't want to go back, and when I touched it, fucking hurt really fucking bad.
Ferris will say that he thinks it's probably some kind of anti-magic, I'm not sure the word is,
Seal?
piece, I guess.
Yeah, you were fine when you touched it. What the fuck was up with that?
He's just going to shrug and say he's not magic, as far as he knows.
Do I look like I'm magic?
He does say that's a good point.
When Lynn just kind of goes, "Well, regardless, I mean, it looks like you managed to get our friend here. I guess also, so silly question, but I see that like you definitely so may I see your may I see the relic itself?"
Oh, you want to see sword form? Sure. Who was carrying the sword? I forget.
You were.
Hello.
You were carrying the
Right,
sword.
right, right. I was making sure because earlier
Yeah.
we were like trying to keep it hidden, so that's why. But yeah, she just hands over the blade.
Okay, and also, so when Lynn just kind of goes to take the blade, by the way, so when the blade is taken, like, you can't, like, it is always connected to you somehow.
Right. So I'm guessing it's just like kind of dragging.
So it's like your middle finger is like constantly like etched to the, like, attached to the blade, or like one of your fingers is, because it just, it can, you're making the form yourself, so it's not like you have some sort of link to it.
Right. Okay. So yeah.
So as she kind of takes the blade and just kind of looks it over, you're kind of also along for the ride. But she's just kind of taking it in her hand, just kind of looking over it. And she just goes, look, this is...
It's a sword.
It is a sword.
It's a fancy Chinese sword.
Yeah, it's definitely Chinese.
It's also not that old. How old did you say you were again?
Be the Conscious is from Justinian, so that's
It's not that old.
25 Common Era. Don't know. The blade's older. Don't know how much, though.
Probably not that much. You're not that old.
As in, because, well, it's centuries, if not... We said 25 AD? Or 25 Common Era?
No, 525. Let me.
Oh.
Hold on.
Was it at least a millennia?
So, again,
no, millennia is
Virtue
2,000 years.
Yeah, Virtue is from 525 Common Era. Johns themselves, the earliest ones, I think, were like before Common Era. Let me look exactly when.
So it's basically, think of it this way. Virtue as an entity is about 1,400 years old.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the swords themselves were first like recorded in like earliest 7th century BCE.
Okay. Aslan kind of takes a look at it, is like, this sword definitely has some history to it. She kind of looks, I'd have to take, Chinese swords aren't exactly my specialty, but I would imagine that if we got this blade to an expert, they could tell exactly how old it was.
The expert comes to me, not the other way around.
Yes. It was like, yes, I imagine that. Yeah, we want to be somewhat discreet with this. Well,
not that old.
She's just kind of, it's like, you can tell that this is like one of the first times she's actually held one of these things.
How does it feel to meet your first?
Well, it's kind of fascinating. We've had family history with like contact one, but this is one of the first times I've ever like held a relic.
Oh man, you're missing out then.
Lynn just kind of
Aravia.
Go ahead.
Just Ellis will side eye Aravia when she says that.
Look, all right, Nellis. I need to tell you once again. I've met a number of artifacts in my lifetime. And then Aravia starts counting her fingers again. Just goes a lot.
Real quick, Ferris is going to ask Lind what she's going to do with the sword.
Well, what I'm going to do is, you can tell that she's trying to hand the sword over, but it's like she doesn't know. Like, she kind of looks, sees that you're attached to it, and just kind of like takes the hilt and just kind of like daintily like holds it away in like by the hilt, and just is like, here, you can take it back.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I don't have my plan was, it's not like I was going to keep it or anything, but I just wanted to make sure, one, that my guess was correct, that there were relics. I kind of wish that I was able to find it like myself, but I was glad that we were able to find it to begin with, just to see if
be able to sense them. It's real easy, actually.
Well, I kind of glad that I was able to, at least that I was somewhere close. And also just to make sure that they were, I guess, not in any terrible hands.
I was
Telling you,
I was not in bad hands. It's not the guy who owned the restaurant's fault that he didn't tear off the terrifying seal on the sword.
I mean, he thought you were cursed as shit, which is not super wrong.
No, like I don't blame him. His like 3 times great grandfather. Yes, fuck that guy. But
Fucking coward. I mean, all I'm saying is you just need to learn how to sense them. It's very simple, very easy. I do it all the time.
And just like, well, I guess I don't exactly have. I guess I probably would be better if I had, I guess, your knack for finding these.
It's very easy. I don't even need to think about it.
Well, then in that case, did you have any other leads with the other relics?
We're working on it, and we have somebody looking into it.
Okay. Well, you've obviously found one of them, so I am not exactly. I'm not. I am faithful that you could actually find the remainders. So yeah, I guess I will leave you to your search.
cool. Oh, do you
Uh,
know anything about like paperwork and stuff that I need to fill out for like citizenship things or that, or should I just not worry about that?
Lynn says, "Well, that's a good question.
I mean, I don't have any paperwork, so you clearly don't need it any either.
Good enough for me.
I would just hold on for a moment, and actually, it seems like she just kind of looks as like, actually, speaking of citizenship and I guess going into public, if you go in like that, you're probably going to cause a scene. And just for your sake, I would probably recommend not doing that. And she just kind of thinks for a moment, you know, I might have something that might be able to help. And she goes looking through one of her, like she goes looking through the books that are on the side, and she takes out a book and just kind of kind of thumbs through one of the some of the pages of it, and she looks as like, what we might need you to do. I remember one of my grandparents mentioned in one of their books that they had a relic that was able to. Oh, this must have been in. Oh, let's see. This was. They were back in the homeland. They were able to, like, there was a one of my grandparents had a similar relic, but was able to. They were able to carry a form like yours, but they were able to. They were able to make themselves look a little bit more, less transparent and more, I guess, opaque in this case. I think we might want to get you something like that. Because then in that case, you could go look. You wouldn't look any different than, say, any of us in this room.
Cool. As if it means I don't have to worry about someone trying to jump me, why not?
Right, you could probably beat them up anyway.
I mean, it's not a question of if, but it's like you don't want to have the extra trouble if you can avoid it.
No, you're missing out.
Look, things will come around at their own pace. If I'm going to take this nice vacation to enjoy food and debauchery, so
Linda, it's like, well, in that case, if you want to get through that,
stays on.
Well, the sword's going to stay
Never
on,
mind.
but yes. Regardless, let me think. It might take me a little while, but and by a little while, it might take me a day or two. Let me go through my books, and I should be able to if not create this, then to figure out how to what was the actual way to make the actual like components that we'll need to make this. I believe it was just a little. It was almost like a talisman that was like similar to. I'm guessing the one that was on it. Although this one wouldn't hurt you or seal you, this would be one that would actually help you. I just don't have it on hand because I haven't needed it.
Makes sense. But I'm, again, no rush.
As I said, it's not like you need papers or anything anyway. That shit's overrated.
So yeah. She says, well, in that case, it would be nice to just sit down and chat at some point, but I'm curious, actually. I want to let you go to let you try and look down or hunt down those other relics, because then we can maybe figure out what all is going down to see if maybe they need help as well, so we can do this all at once.
Sure. Happy to help.
And Linda just kind of says, well, in that case, do any of you, I take it, allow me to, I don't have anything else for you, so, would you need me to show you the exit?
I think we can find it.
No, please. I want to leave.
Linda says, well, I'll follow you down anyway. Lynn kind of, you all follow her down, and she, like, as she mentioned, is like, well, as you can kind of saw here, we're kind of, everyone is here at the moment, and you can tell that I got a few people living here at the moment. Everyone here right now is someone who lives here.
I'm going to tell her that's a very nice house, and she must have worked hard to get it.
No.
Well, she kind of lies at that.
Do it.
And she's like, yeah, well, I can definitely say it was my great aunt who ended up, it was a royal pain to get this house made. Because Seabear here, or like the people here, or at least when it comes to like housing, very strict about what kind of houses get built. They want to make sure that houses are built just right to their code, and this was kind of a fight to get this house built to begin with.
He will say he recognizes that. She's probably from the homeowners association or something similar. That's what he assumes.
Well, it's kind of like that.
She
but
was rich and born rich.
I know, but I'm just trying to be polite because that's what I do. Somebody has to.
She mentions like, well, see, the thing is that usually people don't build their own homes here. It's usually like the council ends up building all the homes, and people just tend to be moving into it. It was kind of a fight, but once we kind of mentioned the historical element of it,
Bribe the right people.
I don't know if bribery, but it wouldn't put past. It wouldn't put. It wouldn't. I wouldn't put it past them that maybe they helped oil the wheel a little bit, but we were able to get this house. Obviously, you can tell that we were able to get this house built to the standards that we need. Though, and in fact, the only reason that I'm even able to keep this is because I have so many people living here that it's, the house is getting used to a full standard. Like, this house is definitely not, the space is being used. I think we got, let's see. Including me, we got, you can see our count on our fingers. I think we got 9 people living here, including me.
Good for you.
Yeah. All of them are in. None of them are
So Nellis at this point is just going to just say, "Oh my god, I don't care." and then turn to Eternal and say, I need to talk to you for a minute. And she heads to the front door.
I'm gonna let her know I'm gonna head my way out too, and thank her for her time.
Well, thanks for the checkup. We'll let you know, I guess. And bye.
Okay. Len just goes, well, I guess goodbye.
Robbie is just awkwardly staying in the house as everyone else leaves.
Aravia is just gonna fucking disappear.
Delos, yeah, what are you asking?
I have 2 questions for you.
Sure.
1, are you dead?
I don't think so.
Do you know anything of the Great Beyond?
Weird shit comes out of there to try and kill this planet a lot. Usually, like, it's weird. They came for like a year with each this weird theming uniquely for some random city. And then after that year, they would move on to some other place. I don't get it. They all had this theming gimmick that they did every time they attacked the city. And usually there was some other person there that I was just helping out that also had their own gimmick. That was
I'm sorry, did your brain rot from too much TV?
No, it happened. Like, not every year, but there were just years where they just had these unique gimmicks happening in random towns across the world that I just happened to be there like 2/3 of the time.
Nellis is just rubbing Richard nose and says, you can help me. She stumps down the stairs and calls after her. Tell Ravi if she needs help getting the other relic to call me. Otherwise, I'm out of here.
Okay, have a nice time.
Nellis doesn't respond, just stumps off. Right.
She took that better than some people I have. Most people just laugh in my face about that until the monsters start showing up.
As that happens, I take it that you're like kind of by one of the staircases, and that like Linda's at the top.
We were outside.
2 people. Oh, you're outside at that point.
Yeah.
I figured they were at the door.
Well, at the door is what I figured. But...
That was the front porch because Nellis didn't want to talk from other people.
Oh, okay.
Close enough.
So as that goes on and as they leave, Ravia, I take it, Ferris, are you still inside or did you leave?
I left.
Okay. So as you all leave, you see that there are two of the people have kind of walked up and kind of gone into the thing to kind of see what was going on. And you see the cow lady that opened the door, standing next to, she is also fairly tall, probably like average build, or I should say average for like a cow, or like how, she's a little stocky, but yes. She is standing next to a much shorter red panda girl who looks to be a little bit younger than her. She is her fur is purple and looks a little bit like probably actually kind of a little closer to Nellos. In kind of like she is
Nellos.
No, it is so coincidentally I had a character in mind that happened to be very similar to Nellos.
And then I came along and you went
just like I'll say just like how the cow lady's not dissimilar from fucking Aravia, is that what you're saying?
That characters that I happen to have acquired before this whole thing, and then you just so happen to make similar looking characters, although one of them is much different than Aravia.
There are clearly our good universe counterparts.
Yes, kind of. But anyway, regardless, they're just kind of standing there and looking, and it's like they just kind of look at Aravia and just kind of give a wave. And you hear from the top of the stairs, Lynn just yell, "Anya, Alice, don't just. It's rude to stare. Like, are you eavesdropping on what I'm doing?" And you can tell that they just kind of wave off and just go away for a little bit.
As I say, was like a wave goodbye. Or
Yeah, they just kind of go, it's like, all right, we'll leave.
Robbie's
and they
gonna wave
had-
goodbye as well before they head in.
Yeah, they go back to the living room where they were.
Man, it's a Ravia, but shorter and less built.
Nellos, but not
Yeah.
Just like a fucking bomb.
homeless death.
Yes.
As I said,
No.
a bomb.
Lynn just kind of goes, don't mind them. They just tend to eavesdrop on the kind of things I'm doing.
It's fine. We didn't even say anything weird.
It's the only weird thing is just
Yep.
Nellos. Which is, I assume they were investigating.
We could have talked about way weirder shit. It's fine.
Yeah. Lynn just says, well, they're also somewhat curious. Those two, well, one of them is also involved a little bit in magical arts, although different field than mine, and then the other one's just kind of a scamp.
What kind of magic are we talking?
Anya there, the cow lady, she's an alchemist.
Oh, she likes making drugs.
When Gales was like, well, that's one way of putting it.
I mean, I knew a few alchemists in my time. I know a few alchemists around here, even.
Ferris just going to look at all this and ask if it's illegal to be having this conversation.
Well, aren't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Probably not, though.
Robbie there now, and I guess Virtue on the front porch.
Yeah. Lynn just says,
Also, if you're talking actual alchemy, then I've known a few of those too. Let me see. And Ravia starts counting her fingers again.
she goes, well, her stuff is more. She's still learning her craft, but she actually she's working at a pharmacy around here.
Ah, meth.
Serving as our alchemist.
Meth.
She goes, surprisingly not. She's kind of a good girl. She hasn't gotten into the fun stuff, so to speak.
Oh, she's a coward. Okay.
Lynn laughs, but is like, I've been kind of curious if she'd ever try something, but that's probably not in her nature.
I mean, at least she's not trying to turn lead into gold. I've seen that happen. Never ends well.
No, nothing like that. Anyway, I'm looking forward to your next, or to seeing if you can find the next relic.
Yeah, supposedly it's a rock, so look forward to that, I guess. And good luck.
Well, I hope you can find this rock.
Yeah, I need to make sure those idiots don't get into any trouble without me.
All right. Well, good luck.
Maybe.
And Lynn just walks away.
Ravia just immediately leaves, thankful that she can be free of this conversation.
Could have pulled a Nellos, just stormed out of the house.
Yeah, Nellos just left, so I'm heading back to where you stay.
Somebody needs to deal with the client, and apparently nobody else wants to.
Well, you could have called Bob B, but you didn't, so that's on you.
Bob B didn't need to be here. Bob B was busy.
Do any of us need to be here now that we know what we're supposed to be doing?
No, we can fucking leave. We're leaving. We're gone.
Yeah.
Two already left. Nellos and Paris just got out there, and Virtue's on the front porch.
Yeah, I'm just waiting because it's like I'm staying with the Ravia in Italy, so
You don't know where to go.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, at this point, I assume you're all done and you're kind of
We are free.
You're leaving. So I'll say that is probably good for that night.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for that full day. So due to a quick a rule change, how we are going to do XP, because it is the end of a day, this is when I am going to distribute session points. So let's I'm going to do the two the character people because they're easier to do. All right, Ferris.
All right, is this going to work any differently than how it usually works?
Nope, I just got to get your sheet. There you are. Okay, so let's see. For the muscle, did you use your physical strength to help with the investigation?
I don't think I did.
Did you do something physically that other methods would have been more practical?
I don't recall doing that either.
Okay. For the face, did you use personal charisma to help out with the investigation?
I want to say I did that. Like, I was like
Yeah, you
polite
did.
with.
You helped with the thing of the Chinese restaurant to help kind of keep the eyes off of Aravia as she committed crime.
Right.
Hey, I didn't steal the sword. It fell off the wall.
I'm pretty certain that vandalism is in fact a crime.
Only if you're a coward.
Also, did you use your charisma to gain access to something that you would otherwise would not?
I mean,
I kind of would say yes as well.
yeah, I don't think I would have gotten the sword as easily. I went polite about it.
Yeah. So you get 2 XP for the face.
Cool.
Okay,
Oh,
Ravia.
not the face.
Okay, for the unique. Did you assist did you assist any investigation by successfully using skills from 4 different skill groups? Which in this case would be physical. I don't think you did because wait.
I used cunning and heart as well.
You used cunning, used heart, used physical.
I did use intimidate.
Intimidate. So yes, you did.
Yeah!
So you got there. Did you encounter a supernatural being?
Fuck yes, I did.
So that's 2 points for the unique.
Yeah, because I don't think I failed any controlled actions.
No, that you get immediately.
Yeah.
Okay, and for the muscle, did you use physical strength to help the investigation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you do something physically that other ways would have been more practical?
Yes.
So that's 2 points for the muscle, which I think actually gets you a point.
It sure does.
Okay.
I think we're going to count experience points for Claudia since that's who I spent most of that day as. So
Yeah. I mean, I'll do it for both just to be fair. Which actually, since you're right next to it. Okay, Claudia. For the skulker, did you get information by investigating a scene?
I don't really think I did that.
Did you set someone up for a successful action?
Yes.
So yes, you did. By also helping with Bob or with Ferris. You get a point for there. Okay, and the wizard. Did you use magic to assist with any investigation?
No.
Did you be flashy when no one asked you to?
I mean, we can argue was the whole like getting in the face of the server being flashy?
Not really.
No,
I don't. Again, I
in,
just thought it brought up, but I didn't think so either.
Yeah, not in that way. Okay. Also, virtue. Did you, as the relic, did you assist in any investigation using some form of magic?
Nah.
Did you benefit someone by using the you have my power?
No, not yet.
Background ability. Okay. Let's see. And the soldier, did you protect someone from harm?
No.
Did you prevent someone from harming or getting in the way of a teammate or ally?
No.
Okay, so no for those. Okay, Bob B.
I'm going to save you some trouble and just say skip to Nellos.
Okay, Nellos. Okay, so Nellos. For the muscle, did you use physical strength to help the investigation?
No.
Did you do something physical that any other method would have been more practical?
No.
All right. For the scholar, did you assist in an investigation by researching a topic and using that knowledge for the benefit of the group?
Just trying to figure out what the talisman does count.
I was going to argue the talisman would definitely be it.
Yeah, I would say yes.
Then yes.
And did you successfully research a topic of your personal desire?
Not successfully.
Okay. So you get 1 point. And I think that's everyone, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So there. Now we finally did a session thing proper. Okay. It is now a new day, and if anyone had any lack or lost any stress, they now have it full.
Yay.
So it is a new morning, and before we do anything in the morning, we have another downtime period. So, Ferris, you have 2 actions to do for your downtime period. What shall you do?
I'm sorry, I was muted. Damn it! I think I'm going to train. I'm going to put, let's say, 1 into intellect, 1 to charisma.
All right, works. In that case, Carnival.
Trade, because Virtue's gonna train, put 1 in the soldier and 1 into the relic.
Okay. DM.
Let's see. Nellis is going to train physical
Okay.
for both.
Okay. Turbo.
Good question. Do I do the smart thing or do I just train?
Well, what is the smart thing?
Aravia might have to look into getting a place to actually house her fucking artifact or relic friends.
He's already got the office.
Well,
The office is only so large.
well, I mean,
Or a robot that just lies there all day and a sword. I think you'll be fine.
A sword, but also she's about to get a rock friend too.
well, the rock friend also like.
Don't be too sure about that one.
Okay. Well, for
Yeah.
the time being, I'll train. I'll worry about that after the adventure.
Okay, so what are you training?
What can I train?
Did you pick? By the way, because you got a new point, did you pick what your skill is
Yeah,
for the
I got natural armor.
natural armor? So, for the purpose of the listener, natural armor adds. Okay, so when you're doing physical endurance roll or physical resistance rolls, you get 1+1 die.
So now I have 3.
Yep. And if you get 1 point in aim in your next, if you upgrade physical, you will have 4.
Yay.
Which means you can basically try and bullshit out of anything you do physically.
Yay. But for actual training, let's see. I forget, is it specifically only abilities or is it class as well that you can train?
You can train class as well.
Oh man, and how many
You get
training can I do?
if you put so you have 2.
Oh, well then I guess I'll train twice in the unique.
Yeah, so you get yourself to 30 so you can get another point.
Yup.
All right.
That one I'm gonna need to think on though.
Yeah, because you actually only have 4 more unlocks for the unique. God, what is also something about curiosity and cats when you accept a devil's bargain, heal 1 stress.
Oh no, it's fingers and pies that I'm going for. I just need to figure out what I want out of it.
Okay. Yeah, because I was to say, if you want to be something about curiosity, yeah, that I think probably would be your last one, because that's probably the spicy option, because then you're going to be taking devil's bargains a lot more.
Yes, but also fingers and pies is very flexible.
Yes, it is. Just you can't pick. Oh, what is it? I think. God, what is forget the count from and prepared for this?
Forget to count is the thief one. I forget what it's called.
I think it's the rogue, because that's the one from you.
Yeah. It's the rogue, and then the blue one is from the devout. I think is what it was called, or something like that.
Okay.
Devotee or whatever. Yeah.
Yep. So you gotta.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
You have 14 other ones to pick from.
Forget
Okay.
Count is still hilarious, but yeah, go on.
Okay. So in that case, we are done with downtime period. So you all get to figure out what you want to do for the day. Thank you for listening to Hazeltown Story. If you'd like to get updates on this show and many other shows hosted by me, LoloDePuzlo, you can follow at Hazeltown Story on Twitter, and if you would like to get to know me more from a personal standpoint, you can follow my personal Twitter at LoloDePuzlo. If you would like to watch this be recorded live, you can go to twitch.tv/LoloDePuzlo and follow the channel for notifications of when this show, as well as other shows like Retro Rank Rhapsody, are being recorded. If you would like to add this podcast to your podcatcher of choice, you can search for WLDP Hazeltown Radio and find us on most major podcatching search engines. Or you can manually add rss.hazeltown.life to your podcatcher. Thank you for listening, and I hope you come around for the next episode.